Hello, Internet, your friendly neighborhood gremlin here, and today we're going to give Kitty an indoor-outdoor cafe. An outdoor-indoor cafe? An outdoor cafe that is indoors, whichever way those words work together, somehow. I don't know why that's what she wants, and inside isn't like super outdoorsy, but we do use the back that looks like maybe it could be outdoors, so we're gonna call that a success. And we are going to start our indoor-outdoor cafe outdoors. You know, super intuitive, but I wanted to have the outside vibes right so we could mimic those vibes inside. So it would kind of be like outdoors was indoors? I don't know. Look, we're just gonna use those words a bunch and call it a good time. I have no idea. And we are gonna skew very sort of natural themed. We just got a bunch of like natural colored woods. I don't actually know why there's a piano. It was in the order and I thought maybe it would be fun. I have no idea. Also, we used like 2 different fences for literally no reason. But again, it just kind of seemed like a fun idea at the time. And then, of course, instead of using real trees, we use these trees because I'll be able to put them inside as well. So we're bringing the outdoors in. I don't actually know what we're going for here. We're just kind of going. We'll finish the rest of outdoors later. Now we're coming indoors, where we use this wall, which I really enjoy for some reason. I don't know why this wall brings me as much joy as it does. Also, it's not like open air or whatever. I like the way the wall looks, but we're in an enclosed building, so we just kind of are pretending. That's what Animal Crossing is about, right? Pretending. The inside does take a little bit of finagling to get right, because I'm going to try and use these flower beds, because I love the flower beds. We are going to accept that they don't work. Also really kind of sucks that I can't put anything on those tables. I mean, I guess they already have stuff on them, so it's probably not the end of the world. But she demanded the table, so we did have to give her the table, even if the chairs are 6 feet away. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you have to do what they want you to do, even if you don't really want to. And we also, of course, use the antique cash register, because it is objectively better than the modern cash registers. Objectively is not the right term to use there, but it's the one I'm using, so deal with it. Also, I even use the silver fridge, which kind of sucks because you can't put anything on top of that one. I don't understand why this fridge you can't put things on top of, and you can put things on top of the other fridge. It's unclear. And here we're going to replace the flower beds with the plant partitions, which are a much easier item to use indoors. Probably because they're more likely meant to be used indoors. And those wall lights that we have up there, it drives me nuts that they can't be like evenly spaced apart because then they'll be one too close to the wall. It really kind of sucks, but also it is the reality of our lives. But that was downstairs, and now we are upstairs, where we will give Kitty a small apartment-like room. I don't know. It doesn't have a kitchen because there's kind of a kitchen downstairs, and by kitchen I mean fridge. So while she has to go downstairs to cook, she can come back up here to eat by herself, even though she'd probably be by herself downstairs if she were eating after hours. Look, I don't have the specifics of what's going on here. It just kind of is going on. And we'll give her a little TV and a couch as well. I try to use the end table there to put the TV on. There's just not really enough space, and I wanted it to be a small room. So the TV will sadly end up on the wall. And I'm also going to give her a large amount of lighting. I don't really know why this is important, but she's going to have candles and wall lights, and then also a couple floor lights. So she's very well lit. And she does, of course, get one of those cat beds at the end of her actual bed. Is she sleeping in the cat bed or in the real bed? Who really knows? Probably the real one, because the cat one is way too small for her. But Animal Crossing is not the real world, and maybe she gets 3 sizes smaller when she goes to sleep, or the cat bed gets a bunch larger. We don't know what's going on there when we're not there. Anything is possible at Flying Rhino Junior High. I do find media about weird schools weirdly appealing. Wayside Stories at Wayside School, Strange Days at Blake Wolseley High, which was Canadian. I highly recommend Canadian television shows for kids in like the early 2000s. This is probably just because that was what I was watching when I was growing up, and so nostalgia glasses or whatever. But and as fucked up as it is that apparently there's a bill that they're trying to get passed where YouTube will have to show Canadians Canadian people, and that'll like screw everything up. I don't know. And the government would just like tell YouTube the things that were Canadian enough to be Canadian that they had to show us. But I do like that there's rules about broadcasting on Canadian television. You have to play like a certain amount of Canadian content, because I do think we produce some really good shit. And I'm not sure people outside of Canada really get to see a lot of it. Though I guess we sort of rambled our way to the end of the video. So if you like the build, or you just had a good time hanging out with me, you could hit that like button and leave me a comment down below. Your thoughts on the build, or literally anything at all. And if you think you might like to do this again sometime, you could hit that subscribe button. But I'll see y'all on Monday. Goodbye!